Hi everybody, I hope you're having a really good day. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for this channel. This channel is in no way, shape, or form like a gossip or news or investigating channel. We don't try to expose people or talk about like scams or schemes or scandals or anything like that. But today I do have something that I would like to bring to your all's attention because it has recently been brought to mind. A couple days ago I watched a Kuckian video on Jeffree Star's liquid lipsticks, and apparently there is an issue with them, or at least one batch of them. In this video, he had received a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick from one of his subscribers who had complained that the liquid lipstick was like really strong smelling of chemicals, and he did a little bit of investigation behind it. I will link that video down below for you guys. He's actually like involved in the sciences and smart enough to tell you guys what kind of like chemicals and materials and ingredients are in these liquid lipsticks. So I'll definitely link that video down below for you guys so you can go check it out. As I was watching this video, it got me thinking about a liquid lipstick that I had just recently purchased from Jeffree Star in the same shade. This is the shade Androgyny, and this is the one that the viewer sent to John. And I was like, I'm having the same type of issues with mine. When I first got this, it smelled so strong, like so strong. It was like plasticky, chemicals, like just not how it was supposed to smell. And since I purchased this, I've only worn it 2 times, once in a video before and then once today to test it out for you guys. Not only with the strong smell, people are also complaining about it causing reactions. What is actually prompting me to make this video was a video posted by another YouTuber who I will link down below for you guys, and I'll put her name right here on the screen. She too has a Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in the shade Androgyny that she recently purchased, and unfortunately it caused her, she thinks, to have a reaction. Now if you go check out her video down below that I'll link for you guys, you can see that underneath her eyes is very red and looks irritated. She claims that when she washed her face, she believes that she accidentally got some of the liquid lipstick around her eyes and this caused the reaction. Now there have been other claims throughout the internet, especially in the comments of these types of videos, where people are also saying that they are having a reaction to especially the Androgyny liquid lipstick. From this, people are thinking that there's a bad batch of this liquid lipstick out there that is causing people to have reactions. So today I just want to talk with you guys about this liquid lipstick because I think mine might be having the same problems. Just to show you guys that I definitely purchased this from JeffreeStar.com, here's my order confirmation. Thank you for your order. Here it says that I purchased the shade Androgyny one time. It was on sale at this time for $15. And yeah, that's what I paid for it. Just want to show you guys that it truly did come from JeffreeStar.com. So first, as I've already mentioned, this has an extreme smell. Like this is chemicals, plastic. It almost smells, oh, it almost smells just a little bit like urine. Like that's really disgusting, sorry, but it's so incredibly strong. Now I have another one here. This is in the shade Unicorn Blood, and I bought this one a while ago, kind of when these liquid lipsticks were getting really big. And this one definitely smells completely different. I think it's supposed to have that synthetic root beer smell. It personally isn't my favorite smell, but it also doesn't smell like something that's gonna like cause you harm. It just smells like, you know, fake root beer. One of the complaints that people are having is that the formula is different than regular, and I can kind of see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little swatch here on my hand, and we're just gonna let that dry down. Mine seems to be super thin and kind of oily feeling, and I think one of the major ways that you can tell that this formula is like really thin is if you can look here, this cap is just like completely like flooded with liquid lipstick. It is covering all of it. All of the top there is completely covered in liquid lipstick, and even when I screw it down like this and kind of press on the applicator, it's hard for you guys to see, but it's literally oozing out of the top. Like if I spin my finger around it, you can see there that the liquid lipstick is literally just like oozing out of the top of this cap. And then if we compare that to this liquid lipstick that I bought quite a while ago, if you look at the cap, it is completely clean around. I mean, a little bit on the screw top here because I have used this one. And I've used this one many more times than I have the shade Androgyny, but this one is much more clean than the one in Androgyny. Here, just for a side-by-side comparison, we can definitely see that Androgyny is having some issues, and I think this is due to the thinner, more oily formula than this one over here. And this one I've definitely used less than Unicorn Blood. Alright, this little swatch that we've done has been drying on my hand for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys what I mean about this being like an oilier formula. See how I can just run my finger through it and it just doesn't stay put. This was a complaint that was posed in the video that I watched today. She said that it just didn't wear down well, it came off, it transferred, and as you can see, I'm not having a difficult time just smearing this all over my hand. Since that was only about 5 minutes dry down time, I'm going to put another swatch here in my hand and I'm going to let it dry down for as long as I am filming. I'll let you guys know how long that is. I'm going to go ahead and set a timer. Well, I guess I'll actually be setting a stopwatch. So I'm going to go ahead and start it here. And then for as long as I'm filming, I'm going to let this set undisturbed. There's no lotion, there's nothing on my hand to disturb the process of it drying down, and we'll see if it dries down any better than the one did in 5 minutes. Alright, I have been wearing the shade on my lips all day for two different reasons. One, to see if I had any adverse reactions like people have been claiming, and two, to see how it wore down. Okay, so on initial application, you can definitely smell that super strong chemical scent, and I could kind of get like whiffs of it throughout the day. I did notice myself getting a slight headache after smelling it several times and putting it on the lips, but headaches come and go. Like, I can't really say that's the liquid lipstick. I have no evidence to completely prove that. So that's just something I noticed, but it definitely could be, you know, an outside factor, not the liquid lipstick. However, if you are extremely sensitive to scents and odors, I could definitely see how it could make you a little nauseous or give you a headache because it is a very strong scent. Alright, and now for how it wore down, I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see. Alright, and here is how the liquid lipstick wore down. You can tell that it is fading in the inner part of my lips here, on my top lip, in the corners, and at the bottom lip as well. One thing I also noticed throughout the day is that it never fully dried down, so if I can show you guys here, you see how my lips kind of stick together like that? And that's something that could be caused by the formula being a little bit different, that it never fully got matte. It still has a stick to it. I applied this liquid lipstick at 12:30 today. It is now 4:58 p.m. So I have been wearing it for several hours. I'm going to go ahead and do a kiss test here on a clean hand. No moisturizers, lotions, anything like that. And this is what we get. We get a pretty solid set of lips there. I mean, it's not like crazy transfer, like I'm not, you know, completely left with nothing on my lips, but it is a pretty good transfer. I have not eaten anything that would compromise this liquid lipstick. I have only drank 1 cup of coffee and there was transfer on the rim of the cup. Alright guys, we are coming up on the 10-minute mark. I think that is plenty of time for a liquid lipstick to dry down. I think anybody who wears liquid lipstick would agree that 10 minutes is more than enough time for a liquid lipstick to dry and get to its matte state. So we're just going to go ahead and test it again with the finger dragging through, and this time it is a lot harder to move around, so that's good. It still is definitely transferring and sliding around. This is supposed to be a transfer-proof liquid lipstick, but as you can see here, it's definitely still moving around. I also went ahead and put a swatch of unicorn blood on this hand. I'm also letting it go for 10 minutes time. We're at 8:17, 8:18 right now, so we're going to see how this one compares to this over here, if it spreads out the same, if I think the formula feels the same, and then I'm going to be giving you guys my final thoughts on this. So let's give this another minute or so to dry down and then we'll test it out. Alright guys, we are coming up on the 10-minute mark, so I'm going to stop this and we're going to test this out and see if it smears around the same as this formula. So let's go ahead and run our finger through it. Okay, it is moving around, digging in the same hardness here, pulling the skin pretty tight. But it's just not smearing nearly as much as this one did over here. Now remember, both of these were on my skin for 10 full minutes. Unicorn blood seems to be a lot more difficult to spread around. It definitely is still spreading around, but if you can see this one here, this swatch of Androgyny, I could just completely like mush it around my hand, whereas this one is having a bit more difficult of a time. Alright, so my final thoughts here on the stinky lipstick problem. Firstly is, yes, this smells really bad. It does not smell good. This is not a fragrance that I would like to be on my body. It definitely smells kind of like a burnt chemically plastic smell, whereas the other liquid lipsticks really don't. This one just has a very intense odor. I definitely think there is something different between the formulations of at least the two I have. Now this could be different for everybody, but the two that I have, I can definitely tell a little bit differences, especially this cap. Like, I don't know how it got this way. I've only pulled this out of the cap a couple of times, and both of my Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks are stored straight up in my little standing lipstick holder, so I have no idea how this could have happened, but this just tells me that like things are probably oozing out. It's a little bit more liquidous, a little bit more oily than the other formula. Also, the difference between these two swatches here, where this one was really easily moved around, this is after 5 minutes. You can barely even see where the original swatch was, and this is after 10 minutes of drying down, and then the unicorn blood after 10 minutes of drying around. Yes, it did move around a little bit, but you can definitely still see this original swatch. As far as actually having it on my lips and how it wore down there, I don't think it wore down horribly. It's definitely still visible. The color is still there. It is still pretty opaque. As far as any reaction that I've had to the lipstick, I haven't noticed any itching, burning, peeling, bubbling blisters or anything like that. We'll see. Maybe it could occur later, but as for right now, everything seems to be okay. The headache that I did get earlier could have just been from like over smelling this lipstick, because it definitely is pretty stinky, and I think that's where the major problem lies, is with the very strong scent. That does lead me to believe that there might be something wrong with this batch, or like maybe too many of some sort of chemical, or I don't know. For me, I definitely think that's the biggest issue. The formulation, the wear down time, transfer, things like that. That's, you know, that can happen with different batches of liquid lipstick, but I think the most concerning thing is probably the extreme chemical smell and the reactions that people seem to be having. I will be sending an email to the company letting them know that I am experiencing this issue with this really intense odor, and if they get back to me in, you know, any time, I'll let you guys know what they say. I just wanted to make this video just to like let you guys know about this, let you know my experience with it. I just feel like the more you bring awareness to something, especially if it's a actual issue that could hurt people, like if people are actually having reactions to this, then something might get done faster than if you just stay quiet about it. So that's the only reason I'm making this video today. I saw that poor girl's video with her like red eyes and I was like, oh no. I know it's a little bit different than our typical videos here, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and my experience with it. But that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It would really mean the world to me. Please share your experiences down below if you've had similar experiences or you've had completely different experiences with the Jeffree Star Liquid Lipstick, especially in the shade Androgyny. I'll be very interested to hear those. And other than that, I just hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye!